Every game I look back at what I could have did better. Every practice I look back at what I could have did better. And just to keep going. I think we're getting better on third down defensively to keep doing that. I think tackling as a football team is always vital to winning and losing. Running the ball and tackling is just basic football fundamentals is always something you can't get enough of. I think that's my biggest job and what I bring here before the ball is snapped. I think I do some good things after the snap, but I think my biggest advantage as a player is the stuff before the snap. Peppers is blitzing. I want to show something. Maybe I'm blitzing so that the offensive line slides to me. It's a team football game, and I just think that's the art of the game is how do you confuse these quarterbacks to make them underperform? And I feel like we've been, okay, well, we're competing with some teams, but we're not finishing. And now it's, okay, we're competing with every team, and now we're finishing. Now it's time to start winning. And our mindset needs to switch. Our urgency needs to be up. And now it's time to start winning and stomping these opponents every single week. You know, one thing I did learn, you know, I ask a lot of questions in my journey here and in my NFL career. And one thing Mike Vrabel taught me a lot in Tennessee was, you know, your culture. We talk about culture as the most thrown around word in sports. What is culture? How do you bring it? How do you change it? What are we doing with culture? Culture is not who you are when you're winning. Culture is who you are when you're losing. When things aren't well, when you're not finishing games, when you can't close it out, when you're 0-4, that's when you see what the culture is. That's when you see who the leaders are. That's when you see who steps up and who had enough, who brings the locker room together and not points fingers. I think Daniel Jones does a good job on the offensive end, but I think speaking defensively, I think it starts with me in the back end. I think it goes to Blake Martinez down the middle. I think it goes to Dalvin, who controls the D-line. Dalvin, Blake, and myself are the ones who really hold everyone accountable, and we stuck together through it. And, you know, we didn't blink. We didn't lose the one game at a time for me. In Cincinnati, this was a must-win. Do whatever it takes by any means, empty the tank. And next week against Seattle, it's whatever it takes by any means to empty the tank. And I told these guys before the game that winning is a mentality. You got to wake up a winner. You got to move like a winner. You got to practice like a winner. And we're starting to move like winners. We're starting to play like winners. We're starting to believe that we can win each and every game. And I think that takes time I think that has to be developed. And I think we're developing it for sure. And I'm proud of the group, and I'm proud about the win today.
Mark, Andy, Jordan, and
Logan. Hey, Logan, what do you think when somebody says, hey, you know, this team's in first place right now?
I mean, who cares? You know, who honestly cares? I mean, it's like a tie. You know, we're in first place for a minute, and then someone else plays. I don't know. I think we got Seattle next week. I think it's going to be our biggest test of the year. On the road, I never played there. I played in a lot of stadiums. I haven't played in Seattle. Obviously played Russ in some big games, so I'm excited to go against Russ again. He's a great player, and I'm going to do everything in my power to watch much film and get ready, prepared to play well against him. And he does a good job making defenses look bad. I'm going to bring everyone with me that wants to be there, and we're going to go watch film. We're going to go play Seattle tough.
And, you know, you're forward.
Look, I said winning's a mentality, and obviously we didn't start the year hot. That's okay, but I believe that years of losing can bring some type of culture, bring some type of Otis over a team, and we've dug ourselves out of that hole. We're not front runners. We started in the back of the pack, and now we're in the middle of the pack, and it's our job to finish strong. I don't want to play with anybody that starts fast and doesn't finish. We didn't start fast, but we worked and we believed, and that's where we are now. I don't know what their records are. Line them up. We got to play them. This is not the team from the beginning. It's not the team that played Pittsburgh in week 1. You know that. Watch the film. So we got to play who we got to play, and hopefully we'll have a winning record one day, but I'm taking it one game at a time.